This is Solomonic Demons, and today we're going to be talking about Crate Amplification. Now, I'm making this video because it has been over 10 years since the disappearance, since the banishment of the guitar brand of Crate. And a lot of people that watch my videos always ask me about my two Crate amplifiers, about my Crate Robal, the Crate Voodoo that I actually just bought a couple of months ago. And when they refer to me about Crate, they always talk about Crate at the company. Also, new guitar players that watch my channel and are interested on Crate always ask me questions about it too, because they don't seem to know how big was Crate in the 80s, in the 90s. The only thing that they know is that the majority of amplifiers that they used to make were amplifiers focused for beginners, solid state amplifiers, but Crate was more than just a brand. They were actually part of a bigger company that was the St. Louis Music Company. Like I said, the reason that I'm making this video is to explore a little bit more about the history of Crate Amplification, and also to give you guys my opinion, my thoughts about these amplifiers that I have in the studio, if I actually use them or not. Before I continue with the video, if you guys can like this video, if you guys can subscribe to the channel. Also, if you guys can check the new merchandise that I have actually linked in this video. We have t-shirts, we have hoodies, we have pins, we have a lot of merchandise with the covers of the albums of Solomonic Demons, also with artwork of Solomonic Demons. So you guys can check that, buy some of the stuff, or only like to this video. That will help me a lot. Also, if you guys can become members of the channel, that will be a really helpful way to support this channel. So yeah, like I said, the Crate brand was part of the St. Louis Music Company. The St. Louis Music Company that started out in the early 1920s as a music store and a publisher of sheet music. Over time, the business grew and they started selling their own line of imported instruments. These include Alvarez guitars, Yari, and electric guitars, as well violins, violas, cellos, remote drum heads, and many other music supplies. Bernard Kornbrough started the company, and after Bernard retired, he handed the company to his son, Gene Kornbrough. And it was Gene that, after he was shopping at a Crate and Barrel store in Chicago, he was impressed with how their products were displayed in wooden crates. And after seeing this, he had the idea of making guitar amplifiers housed in wooden cabinets, resulting in the first Crate amplifier product, the Ponderosa Pine Encased CR1 guitar amplifier. And the St. Louis Music Company chose to manufacture the amplifiers themselves rather than outsource manufacturing overseas, and the success of the CR1 grew into a full line of Crate amplifiers, creating the SLM Electronics, a division of the St. Louis Music Company that moved into a bigger facility in the 1980s to develop not just only, like I said, the guitar amplifiers. They also start working on PA systems, mixers, live sound reinforcement, everything made in the USA by the supervision of the St. Louis Music Company. Now, it was in the 80s when Crate started gaining that reputation in the solid state amplifier line of guitars. It was accessible in price for new players, and also they made an incredible advertisement with famous endorsements and a lot of publications of their amplifiers with famous guitar players. These early solid state amplifiers have made room for a line of tube amplifiers, and in the 90s Crate still was the brand to go for new guitar players, but they also became an alternative for the professional guitar player. And for me, in my case, I never gonna forget that in the 90s when I saw that magazine with Marty Freeman playing a Crate Voodoo, that stayed on my mind for over the years. Now the St. Louis Music Company keep developing and manufacturing guitar amplifiers, Crate amplifiers here in the United States until 2005, when the Loud Technologies Corporation bought the St. Louis Music Company. After that, the last announcements of Crate amplifiers were the Crate revamped B-Series models that hit at the stores on 2007. That was the end of the Crate brand. They just vanished slowly until they totally disappear without making any kind of announcement or something else. Last big band spot using Crate Amplifiers was Chicken Foot, and Sammy Hagar used to use one of the BB120s. The main guitar player was Joe Satriani, but he was using his signature PB amplifier by then, the JSX. Okay guys, so that was a little bit of a resume of what Crate as a brand was. Now, while PB were moving all their production line of amplifiers to China to keep the brand profitable, and brands like Line 6 were dominating the market of the modeling and solid state amplifiers, it was really hard to Crate to compete with this. Also, Crate had the bad reputation that their amplifiers weren't reliable, and there is a lot of stories of guitar players that said that their amplifiers even blow out on stage, even caught fire on stage. And now I don't have any kind of issues with my Crate amps. You know, these amplifiers are almost 30 years old. I think that one gonna be 30 years old soon. I did maintenance on them, limited on what I can do, and I'm expecting that at some point I'm gonna have to take them to a tech. But I got them for pretty cheap. This one cost me $150, and that was only $300. And if I'm honest with you guys, I always wanted to have a Crate Voodoo, since I saw that poster of Marty Freeman with that Crate Voodoo back in the 90s. And who knows, maybe the St. Louis Music Company and their parent company will bring back Crate someday. Thank you so much for watching this video. This was Solomon of Solomonic Demons. Take care and bye.